Hello! Welcome to Fibretown. I'm Emily, and this is Alice. She's a good girl most of the time, and she wanted to say hi. Welcome to Fibretown. You can find me on YouTube right now, fibretown.blogspot.com, and that's fiber with an R-E, and I'm Chain of Fools on Ravelry and Plurk, and Alice is just Alice. There she is. She wanted to say hi and show you her favorite baby. Look how hideous this is. She's done it. It used to be a lion with arms that she has worked her way. She loves this baby. She has worked them off bit by bit, and now she's working on getting the stuffing out of the bottom. So, you like your baby? You want your baby? Yeah? Okay. Go get it. You go play. Go play with your baby. I'll see you later. Good girl. So yes, welcome. Let's see. It is Wednesday, the 13th of March, 2013. It's almost St. Patrick's Day, hence my green sweater. The winter of 2012 was the winter of the green cardigan for me. I knit this one and another one. This is the Hallett Sledge, and I should have written down the designer. It's the Exercise Before Knitting designer. Can't remember her name, but I knit this out of Dream in Color Classy in Forest. And I don't know if you can tell, this shoulder took me maybe 3 tries, or this sleeve, I should say, took me 3 tries to set it in, and it's still a little bit less good than the other. But anyway, yeah, so here we are. Let's say hi to a few new people. Barb from Georgia. Pam from Louisiana, Patricia from the UK, Emily from Missouri, another Emily, and then from Virginia, right down the road from me, Jamie and Michelle. Hey guys. All right, so we have a giveaway. Let's do that right off the bat. For the Metacelled yarn, got the Romney Alpaca Bulky Weight, and the 100% Romney. I'm thinking this is light worsted. We had a lot of interest in this. Let's see. There was a little bit of chatter in the group, so we might have to be careful as we pick a number, but it was from 2 to 31. Let me grab my random. All right, let's see. From 2 to 31. Let's generate. And I'm just going to state a random number generator, a general rule for prizes. If you win, gonna have you wait 6 months to win again. Okay, all right. I think another podcast has that rule, and I like it. All right, number 16. Number 16. Who is that? See which yarn they want. That's on page 1. Number 16 is Danger Mouse. And which one does she want? She wants the cream one. She wants the 100% Romney. Is that right? Yep. I like the cream one best because I think it would make a great cowl. And I agree. I don't know if I'm happy or not. I like them both. All right, so Danger Mouse, let's see. You get this lovely 100% alpaca. You are Dawn from the UK. You get to send it to England. So ping me with your details, and I'll get that out to you. Congratulations. Okay, let's go right into show and tell. Everything I've got to show you guys that's finished today has a nautical theme. Yet that's not the theme of the episode today. I'll tell you what that is with my whips. We have a little fishy. This is from Teeny Tiny Mochi Mochi by Anna Rakovic. And I told you my daughter is having me knit through this book. Apparently I'm doing the dinosaur next. I'll show you that later. So here she is, the fishy. She's knit out of scraps of Pagewood Farms wool that I used for my octopus mitts. And she's supposed to have 3 bubbles, but we decided to just have her be by herself. Alrighty, and the other FO is something I showed you last week. It's Naughty, not like bad naughty, but naughty like Nautilus, little Nautilus. And this is by Beth Skorecki. It was in Knitty 2006. There's our little naughty. This is the best side for the spiral. The other one's kind of needs to be pushed out. This was fun, kind of fiddly to knit, but very fun. I modified it. You're supposed to knit the head and then seam it in. I just picked up stitches. It did make for this sort of line here, but I can live with it. And she's got 8 shrimpy little tentacles. It's not really a shrimp, I guess, but some sort of mollusk. Little tentacles. And let's see, this is out of Lamb's Pride, the shell, and then the face is Lorna's Laces Worsted and Daffodil. So yeah, this is going to a lucky little girl for her birthday this weekend. And I did sew a project bag to go along with it. It's got mermaids with an orange bubbly top and cherry blossoms on the inside. So we've got sort of a surf and turf thing going. I'll just put Naughty in there, put some tissue paper, and gift it this weekend. All right, so those are my 2 FOs. We've got the fishy, we've got the Naughty. Oh, I do have another project bag. This is my daughter's fabric choices. Purple peace signs with some flowers on the inside. There we go. She did some of the sewing on that. She had a good time. Okay, the theme of today is double rainbow. Do you know that YouTube video, double rainbow? If you don't, look it up. I'll try to link to it in the show notes. It's a double rainbow. What does it mean? Ah. All right, so double rainbow. The first part of it, I'll show you the knit part first and then the crochet. These are Nyan Cat socks. Can you believe it? How fun. How fun! And I'm doing 2 at a time, magic loop, top down. And this is, of course, Fiber Nymph's Bedazzled base that I was so fortunate to get after much waiting. And she's kind of a genius. It's amazing. It's super nice to knit with, and it's going fast, and you know I'm a slow sock knitter. So this is my progress in about 3 days. And I'm using the some new needles. I took a trip to Fiberspace with my knitting homegirls, and I picked up some circular carbons in size 1.5, US 1.5. Is that 2.25, I think, metric? Something like that. Anyway, this was my one purchase at Fiberspace. I held off on all the other lovely stuff there because I've got some fiber events coming up that I'm saving for. But I really like these. There's a bit of somewhere around here, a sticky spot that the yarn doesn't want to go over, but once it gets over it, it's smooth knitting. So I'm enjoying those. I should have lots of knitting time this Friday. I am chaperoning a field trip 3 hours away. So we are chartering a bus, and so 3 hours one way. So I should get 6 hours of knitting time. That's how I'm looking at it. Not that it's a 13-hour field trip, because we're leaving at about 6:30 in the morning and coming back at 7:30 at night. Jamestown, Williamsburg with the 4th grade. Earplugs and knitting. I'm calling it good. Glass half full. Every cloud has a silver lining. I don't want to go. But anyway, maybe I'll get excellent progress on those socks. And yeah, my second whip, double rainbow, is this amazing bit of crochetness. Want to see that up close? This is out of, oh, I forgot the ball band, County Effect Garn in the, I'm calling this rainbow, because what else could it be? This is the top of my blooming flower cushion, and that is by Lucy of Attic 24. So I used county and then a D hook, and I went through about half the ball. And the rest of it, so fun when you look inside. The rest of it is going to be for the back. So the back of the cushion just gets a flat crochet. So it'll look like this basically. You seam them together right here and stuff it and call it a cushion. And that'll be for my knitting rocking chair. And I just had so much fun making this. Couldn't put it down. Very, very Moorish. Yeah, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. And I feel like this is the best use of this yarn because I get to have it out in the open and enjoy it all the time. It's a Shetland yarn, and I don't think I'd want it next to my skin. I considered making one of those Swiss cheesy looking wraps, but I think this is what it wanted to be in my house. A blooming flower rainbow cushion. Now this yarn smells funny. It smells, I don't know if this is typical of the county, but it smells like petroleum products. So I think I'm going to give it a wash too. So I said I used a D hook for that, and yeah, it's sort of a tutorial, this pattern, Lucy by Attic24. Excellent, lots and lots of pictures, so if it looks difficult, it's really not. Once I got to about a few rounds in, I kind of got the formula of the pattern and just went to town. It is written in UK crochet terms, so I did mess up for a row or two, but after that, it was smooth sailing. Let's see. In the UK, a double crochet is a single crochet. Half treble is a half double, and a treble is a double. I'm like, don't you all want a single crochet? Because they just go straight to double crochet, and that's considered single crochet. So that sounds confusing. It is for about 5 minutes, and then it's not. So yay. I need to have more knitting for my 6 hours in the bus this Friday, so I'm going to talk about that in my up and coming. Spinning. Nothing. Although I do have some things coming. I really wanted to get some Highland Handmaids. I did a D-stash and I had some PayPal funds, and unfortunately this is like a rare week when Heather didn't put up any new fiber in her update from Highland Handmaids. So I'm going to wait on that, but I did I did get some Unwind Yarn Company, and so that should arrive today or tomorrow, actually tomorrow. So some lovely fiber, a Polworth, is coming my way, so I'll be able to show you that next week. It's Aurora Borealis. I'm very excited. Oh, I wanted to say about Heather of Highland Handmade. I can't talk today. Heather of Highland Handmaid's sock pattern. I said it wrong last week. I said don't fence me in. It's really don't cage me in. So sorry about that. All right. So yeah, no spinning, no weaving, but I've got some things coming, and starting to look at looms, better looms. I don't know when that will happen, but I really liked knitting or weaving with my hand spun. I'd like to get that going again. It's a really good use for hand spun, but I don't want to warp that loom and just have it be a pain to weave afterwards, because it's not doing it for me. Up and coming, I told you about the little dinosaur from Teeny Tiny Mochi Mochi. Teeny Tiny Mochi Mochi. My son wants me to do the hot dog, so someday. All right, so I was told that I'm making the tiny dinosaur next. Here's a better picture. There we go. And found these yarns selected for me on the yarn table this morning. This is Cascade 220 Sport, and this is Renaissance by Classic Elite. And I scored a gigantic amount of yarn this Friday. Free yarn from my friend Angie. She's insane. She was de-stashing a ton. So I helped her teach some folks how to knit, and she's gave me a ton of yarn, which my daughter then said, I need a stash of my own. I'm going to have this in my room. So I can live with that. I get to knit with it, so. Alrighty, not only do I have Unwind fiber coming, I have yarn coming from Blue Moon. And that should be here today, this afternoon sometime. It is a special sweater quantity of loveliness, and I can't wait to show you all. I'm going to have that be a surprise for next week. But I am itching to cast on a sweater. Itching, itching, itching. And I think that might be what I do as my backup project for this Friday's trip. Emily from the What You Swatchin' podcast, Ooh Fancy Pants, knit an Ede cardigan. And I knit one too, but she put pockets on hers. And I want one with pockets. So I have 2 hanks of Eco Wool from Cascade. This is a nice gray color. And I'm hoping, I knit one of these, one of the Ede cardigans out of 2 of these, but I didn't put pockets in it, so I'm hoping 2 is enough to do 1 plus pockets. It looked really great. I went back to her old episode and saw how she did it, and it seems pretty simple. So should be just a little extra fabric for the pockets. So I'm going to try that. I think that's done in pieces, so it should be easy to travel with. So I think that's what I'm going to cast on soon. Because what better time to cast on a sweater than when you're starting to get 60-degree weather, right? Right. Okay, so I've got that yarn coming from Blue Moon. Okay, other up and coming, not really fiber related in terms of patterns, but I ordered my Maryland Sheep and Wool catalog, and that should be delivered soon. That's always fun. I like to go through it and plan my route, so to speak. Circle everything I want to see, where they're located, decide where I'm going to go first based on popularity, sell-out ability, probably sell-out ability. What I'm most interested in. Last year I went to Jenny the Potter first, and I got me a mug, and I use it every day, and it was one of my most memorable Maryland Sheep and Wool purchases. The other really memorable purchase was a broom from a broom maker in Maine. It's beautiful. I use it not every day, but I should. Maybe every week, twice a week. So that's coming, so I'll get to plan my route for this year. First full weekend in May. I think it's the 3rd and the 4th this year. The other event that's coming up much sooner, on March 23rd, is the Uniquities Fiber Farmers Market. And that happens, I think, once or twice a year. And it's a yarn store local to me. It's in Vienna, Virginia. And they rent out the community center in Vienna. And they invite maybe 15 vendors. I would say about 15. Could be more. And they have everything from hand-dyed, the Strauch drum carder people come. I think they're based in Virginia, and they demonstrate their drum carders. That's not the drum carder I have. Couldn't afford that, the Strauch, but they're lovely. At Uniquities, you can actually rent time on their Strauch drum carders and make bats. I have a Brother drum carder, which was significantly less expensive and sort of a gateway drum carder. So, they have a spinning circle and all sorts of lovely independent dyers come. And Solitude Wools will be there as well. They have a lot of rare breeds, and they're based in Virginia as well. But I'm super excited about one vendor in particular, and that is Finnegan's Flock. And they're from Pennsylvania. And 2 years ago, I bought some silver. They have Finnish landrace sheep only, I believe. So I bought, which is also known as Finn. I bought 4 ounces of silver lamb roving. And I think it was possibly the most fun I've ever had spinning. It was the first true long draw woolen spun that I did. And I just loved it. So I have reserved, I've contacted them because they haven't come since then. They haven't been at any of these fiber farmers markets. And I don't want to buy, I think you can buy it through their website, but I don't want to buy it sight unseen. but they're going to reserve some for me, so I'm going to get a good amount. The fin that I spun from that first time, I knit into part of my color affection, which was made out of 3 breeds. I did it out of Finn, Jacob, and Romney, and that was a lot of fun. So yeah, that's another up and coming. The Uniquities Fiber Farmers Market, March 23rd in Vienna, Virginia. So that's all I've got for you this week. I was hoping I'd have my new yarn, but that'll be something to look forward to for next week. And sorry for my misuse of the English language this week. I'm kind of tongue-tied. Thank you to Lemnit Crochet and Dawn of Wolf Farms for the awesome shout-outs. Congratulations to Danger Mouse. You won the Romney. Lucky, lucky girl. And yeah, we've got lots of fantastic finished objects in the March thread, so I got a few more weeks to work on those. I'm really enjoying seeing those, and some of you are like production knitters, just cranking out the stuff, so that's excellent. Keeps me inspired. So you can find me on fibretown.blogspot.com, YouTube, the Rav group. We're up to like 130 members. And I'm Chain of Fools on Ravelry and Plurk, and I am very hopeful that in the next episode or 2, I will have myself on iTunes. It's coming. All right, so you guys have a great week. Enjoy spring if it's happening where you are, or fall if you're in the southern hemisphere. It's on its way, hopefully. And I will see you next week. Bye, guys.